We do our job, make big holes, tackle the headed bastard. We go home and drink some beer, we party. Let's go!
Hey, let's go! Welcome to Seth's Smorgasbord of Sports, coming to you from the Fan Zone of 51 West Studios. Look who I found sleeping on the set today here at 51 West. It's Fark the Bleacher Shark, and he came here to help me do some Week 1 predictions for the NFL season, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, you want to get to it? Just jump right into it and get started?
Sure.
Awesome. So the first game of the season, it's like the 100th anniversary of the NFL this year, and it's the Bears' 100th anniversary. We got Green Bay at Chicago, Thursday Night Football.
Should be epic. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a divisional battle that, has a lot of history behind it. I think Aaron Rodgers got a little heat on his butt there, to kind of prove himself and everything like that. And everybody's picking Chicago to be great this year, so it should be a good test for both teams for sure.
Absolutely. I think so too.
I think I'm going to lean towards Green Bay, but I don't know.
You're leaning Green Bay in that? I'm leaning towards Chicago.
Fair enough.
Because Green Bay has a new head coach, and Chicago has been establishing this regime and like this new system that they have. They drafted David Montgomery in the draft at running back, and I think he's going to go off in Nagy's system. G-Rat kind of sold me on the Bears a little bit because I hear about them more than a lot of other teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like their defense will hold down on Green Bay.
I hope so. I'm not necessarily a big fan of, Aaron Rodgers and all that. It'd be fine for the Bears to do well this year, but it's a great matchup.
It is. It's a good matchup.
Historical. So we'll see. I think Aaron Rodgers will be a little bit mad. Hopefully he goes off. It's Geronimo Allison a whole lot from a fantasy team.
But I cut him off mine. You picked him up?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
absolutely.
Well, there you go.
Well, I had a little bit of a fiasco there with Mr. Luck, so we'll talk about that later. But
yeah. Well, see, that's a big impact for you in that game. I'm sure you're leaning towards the Packers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be pretty mad this season. The way things went down last year, he's definitely a Hall of Fame quarterback, and I think he's definitely going to fight for a playoff spot this year, and he's going to want to start off the season. All right, so next up, this starts our Sunday at 1 o'clock games, like the 1 o'clock games on Sunday. We got Kansas City at Jacksonville.
I'm definitely taking Kansas City on that one. I know Jacksonville's got a fairly stout defense, but Kansas City has a lot of weapons. And Mahomes, like I said, if he has a season like last year, he's going to be tough to beat all the way around.
Oh, I agree. And I'll say I like Nick Foles, and I kind of like what the Jaguars kind of like rebranded their team a little bit this offseason. They do have a good defense.
Absolutely.
I think they had one of the top 5 defenses last year, and they went 5-11. So
Yeah.
that shows you a lot about their offense. And I think they made some improvements. I mean, Nick Foles is definitely a step up over Blake Bortles. But
Absolutely.
he's no Patrick Mahomes, and Mahomes
Agreed.
has weapons. And until the Jaguars defense can shut down the Chiefs and prove me wrong, and their offense can kind of hang with them a little bit, because you're not just going to shut down Mahomes.
It's not happening.
No,
I
don't
see
think
that.
their offense is going to score 30 points.
No.
So I feel like I got to go with the Chiefs in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. I would think that's the best way to go in that one, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Seems like a very safe bet.
Yeah. Well, next up we got Atlanta at Minnesota. I think that's a really good game too. It's really
It
good
is.
games
That's
week
another
1.
one. Yeah. I don't think it'll be, shall we say, the skill level of, Green Bay versus
No.
Chicago, but these
I
are
think
a
those
couple
two
of teams
teams-
that fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, that's
It
yeah.
could kind of go either way, if you ask me. I think I lean towards Atlanta on that one. Maybe Ryan hitting Julio Jones for something,
Yeah, I hear you there. I feel like I lean towards Atlanta too in that game, even though it's at Minnesota, just because I trust Matt Ryan a little more than I trust Kirk Cousins.
Agreed. Yeah, Cousins, he's a little iffy.
Yeah, for sure. I like the Vikings defense. I like Xavier Rhodes. I like Linval Joseph. Everson Griffin. That's his name, right? Yeah, well, he's good. They got a good defense. And
Absolutely.
Kirk Cousins can have a really good game, but the Falcons have
It's going to take a really good game out of
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins to take care of those cats is just what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm in the direction that I am. But
Absolutely. The Falcons had to deal with a lot of injuries last year, offensively and defensively, especially on their secondary. So I feel like with everyone healthy, I think they'll step back up to their playoff competition teams.
yeah, exactly. I kind of look at the Falcons like they've been right there, but just couldn't quite get over the hurdle.
28-3. They were
Oh.
literally winning 28-3 in the Super Bowl and blew it. So
to say the least.
yeah, to some extent, I don't trust that team at all.
Agreed.
And, I feel like they could blow any game that they're winning, but I feel like
If they can blow that game, they can blow any game.
Absolutely. But I feel like they'll probably win week 1. But I wouldn't be shocked if they lost, but I feel like they'll probably win.
I'd have to agree with you 100%, sir.
Yeah. All right, next. This game's crazy. We got Tennessee at Cleveland. Yeah, so that one conflicts me hardcore because it's the Browns, and the Browns are losers. And,
Absolutely.
But they got talent this year. Baker Mayfield actually has some promise at quarterback, whether he's douchebag or not. I mean, he's definitely got some talent. And they got Odell Beckham and Chubb, and I feel like they should be able to produce them, and they got a stacked defense.
They have all the weapons they need. It's just the fact that it's Cleveland. You don't know whether they'll be able to get out of their own way or not. You know, I mean,
feel like there's already a lot of drama there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just
getting started.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way I'm looking at it.
It's just going to be interested to see what they have this year because it might be different. But they're probably going to implode. But at the same time, this week 1 game, the Titans, their left tackle Taylor Lewan suspended for the first 4 games, and the Ravens got 11 sacks against them last year. So that offensive line didn't really get too much improvement this offseason, in my opinion. Browns have a really good pass rush, and if you put pressure on, Marcus Mariota is going to throw picks. I mean, the Browns have a really good secondary, too.
You have a history on Mariota.
Yeah.
You've seen what he's been able to do, so...
Ever since then, I mean, everyone tried to act like, this is the year the Titans are going to be better, and I just don't see it. I don't have no faith in him, especially not with any offensive line protecting him. Their defense is okay, and that's what Titans fans like to harp on, and Derrick Henry can run, but I just don't see it being enough to beat the Browns, and if it's not enough to beat the Browns, you're not going anywhere this season. So the Titans, week 1, they're probably not going to really do anything this season.
I think they're going to have a long, long season,
yeah,
but...
So do I.
All
right.
They ought to get used to it.
Next we got AFC East matchup. We got Buffalo versus the Jets. Battle for New York a little bit.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. I'm taking the Jets.
You going to go with the Jets? I think I'm going to go with the Bills in this game.
Fair enough.
I mean, Matt Barkley's Bills went in there and beat him last year at New York. And I know the Jets made a lot of improvements this offseason, but I don't know. I like Sean McDermott as a head coach better than Gase.
Right on. They're not that far off Cleveland, though. They seem like they always have some kind of dysfunction going on up there, too. So.
Who are you talking about, the Jets or Bills? Because
Jets. Well, yeah, actually, either one of them.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Dysfunctional. I mean, anyone in the AFC East, really, you can talk about that.
Well, the Ford family
too.
just turned over to Bills and all that kind of stuff, so they're in a transitional phase, shall we say.
And I feel like Buffalo wins in a close game this one.
I hear you. Le'Veon has the opportunity to be a beast this year. I don't like the guy who's a Steeler,
He'll always be a Steeler in my head.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never going to like him or anything like that, but the man's got a year's rest. Coming back. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he could go off for sure. All right, we don't really have to spend too much time on this one because it's the Ravens, and we play the Dolphins week 1.
We already know who's winning that.
Yeah,
that's not a prediction. That's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee, 100%. Kenny Stills and Tunsil just got traded.
Yep.
The Ravens are going to run him over.
Yeah, Yep.
I don't care about Ryan Fitzpatrick at this point because who's he going to throw the ball to? He's going to have a hard time standing up straight in this.
We'll go down there and mess the grass up real quick and come
Ravens,
back with a win.
I mean,
keep it going till we get to Arizona and then
win
there too.
Yeah,
win here against them.
Yeah, I think we'll beat Arizona. I think
we're waxing both of them, but
I hope Florida's okay because the hurricane that's rolling up on them, that's bad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You have to have that in your considerations there.
Absolutely, got prayers for everyone in Florida.
Absolutely,
crazy
nothing
going
but love. I hope you guys are all coming out in the finest fashion possible.
Same with Jacksonville that we talked about earlier. Everyone in Florida, I hope the whole state's okay.
Agreed.
So
don't wish anything
Florida.
like that on any. Yeah, absolutely. Florida strong. Florida strong.
Florida strong. All right, next up we got the Washington Football Club at Philadelphia Eagles. The Redskins, they're going to lose. They're not going to win.
That's another one of them ones where everybody already knows before we even say it who we're both picking and all that kind of stuff.
The Eagles are going to run them over. Like, it's going to be body bag game part 2.
Yep, no contest.
Like, seriously, Case Keenum might not make it through this game. The Redskins' offensive line,
they're outmatched.
They're completely outmatched against the Eagles. It's going to be a scary game for the Redskins. Next up, we have the Rams at the Panthers. It's the last 1 o'clock game on the schedule.
Right on.
What do you think about that game?
Well, I think Cam's going to be sitting, right?
I feel like I've heard Ron Rivera said that he's 100% going to play week 1. Like, he's pretty much guaranteeing Cam's going to play.
I don't know, man. I think the Rams will still come in and take it from him, even if he does play. I'm not sure he's going to be at 100% and everything, so I wouldn't.
I mean, he's going up against Aaron Donald in a big pass rush and a pretty good secondary, so I feel like the Rams' defense will be enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
But Cam Newton has had MVP caliber seasons before. He's great player, and if he comes out and plays through an injury and plays really tough, I wouldn't be completely shocked if the Panthers won, but I still got to roll with the Rams in that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to go at least, like 60-40 on that one, if not 70-30,
Yeah.
about him being able to come out and make that kind of a impression. But
I bet it's really low-scoring game, though.
I would be willing to bet you're right.
Yeah, because those are two really good defenses, and I feel like even with Todd Gurley and Goff and the receivers they have, they got a nice little trio of receivers in LA.
Absolutely.
But I feel like both teams will score under 20 points. All right, here's the 4 o'clock game starting up now. We got Indianapolis and Chargers. So
Chargers will smoke Indy. Andrew Luck, I will never forgive you. You're 29 years old. You could be a football quarterback in the NFL, and you decide to just walk away from the game. I hope your team loses. I hate the Ursays anyway. They took our team from us when I was 10 years old. They can all, you know what, and that's the bottom line. I'm definitely not picking Indy.
I mean, I'm still bitter about the Colts. I wasn't even alive then. I got Baltimore Colts stuff from family members, and I hate them. I mean, it was just bred into me to hate the Colts.
It ain't the Colts, it's the Ursays, but at the same time, yeah.
Oh, I hate the Colts, dude. All right, next game up. Another brutalization kind of game. We got the Bengals at the Seahawks.
Seahawks all day long.
Seahawks, that game might be a shutout.
A bit surprised if they come out of there looking very clowny, shall we say.
Yeah, for real. They're going to get clownied. For real. I have 5+ sacks for the Seahawks defense, and I bet Clowney gets at least one.
I would absolutely agree.
All right, next game. Kind of another one like that. We got the Giants and the Cowboys. There's a little more upset potential there, but I still got to roll with the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, we've seen the Redskins do the Cowboys dirty a few times and stuff like that in the past, even when they're having horrible years and stuff like that, but I don't see them leaving their rear ends hanging out like that.
Dallas has had the Giants number for like 15 years. Yeah. I mean, even when the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl, Dallas beat them twice in the regular season, and the Giants completely lucked out and beat them in the playoffs.
Yep, there you go.
And ever since then, Dallas has kind of ran the table against the Giants. They usually beat them, even when the Giants are good. So I feel like when Dallas is good and the Giants suck, they're probably going to beat them, especially now. Next, we got San Francisco at Tampa Bay. So it's kind of a battle between lame teams, honestly.
Yeah. I have more faith in San Francisco than I do Tampa Bay. That's about all I can say.
San Francisco.
There's nothing really. I don't know. Their defense is better. Garoppolo, like you said, not the biggest fan, but
I don't like Garoppolo.
At least, I don't know. He may be able to guide them to a win down there.
I really don't like Jameis Winston, though.
Oh, I can't.
No.
Not a fan.
But, crab leg stealing goon.
Yeah, man. You start stealing crab legs, you get on my bad side. It's walking on the fighting side of me. But
they put Super Bowl or bust on themselves this year, and there's no way they're getting to the Super Bowl, but I don't even see them making the playoffs.
Nah.
But I do see them beating Tampa Bay.
Absolutely. They're definitely going to take Tampa Bay. No doubt about that. But that Super Bowl or bust thing, I don't know what the hell anybody was thinking with that. But
they put way too much pressure on their shoulders this year. They'd be lucky to win 8 games, 9 games.
Well, hopefully the rest of the team didn't take that too serious,
Yeah, but that's enough ranting on them. I still think they'll beat Tampa Bay week 1 because Tampa Bay sucks.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't really have to say much about them. They suck. Jameis Winston's a thief, and they're going to lose. So.
Yep. Bad juju on that team.
Yep. Next up, going down to the desert, you got Detroit and the Cardinals.
Well, I'm going to have to go with the Cardinals, but it's strictly out of a fantasy football personal interest type thing because I have David Johnson. All right, so I hope they run all over Detroit.
But I like Matt Patricia. I think he's a good coach. He coached with New England as defensive coordinator. I think he's got a great football mind. And I feel like they're making improvements in Detroit, bringing in new players. And I like Kerryon Johnson. They drafted him last year. He's on my fantasy team.
Right on.
So I feel like he's...
Oh, you have personal interest.
Yeah,
right on.
Definitely some personal
That'll
interest.
That'll definitely sway your picks every once in a while.
Yeah. And I know Kyler Murray, he's definitely a talented ball player. But he looked like he didn't know what he was doing in the preseason. And Matthew Stafford has some pro experience, like almost a decade.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to roll with Stafford in this situation. All right, as you said, this one's our game of the week. It's the Steelers and the Patriots on Sunday Night Football. I mean, defending Super Bowl champions versus the team that we hate the most. And the team, honestly, the Patriots.
It's really
maybe more.
2 teams that we hate the most playing each other.
Yeah. I mean, straight up, I hate both those teams with all my heart and soul. I mean, I feel like the Patriots are going to win this game by multiple scores. They're putting up another banner. They're putting up their 6th banner. They're kind of rubbing it in the Steelers' face because they just got their 6th Super Bowl, which the Steelers have. They don't have the lead in Super Bowls anymore.
Yep.
And, I trust Tom Brady at Gillette Stadium
How can
more
you
than
not?
I trust
How
the Suns. That they're gonna win their home opener. I've only seen them
I ain't
lose it like
counting them
once or
out of
twice
nothing. I ain't counting them out of nothing.
No way.
Last thing in the world I want to see is them in the Super Bowl this year, but I ain't counting them out of nothing. It's unfortunate, but
dude, I think I'd literally rather shoot myself in the foot than watch the Patriots.
if I have to watch them play another Super Bowl this year, I'm gonna be extremely disappointed to say the least, and that's just being politically correct. But
yeah, and honestly, like I feel like they'll probably get back, and it makes me sick to say that to my stomach, but I feel like they'll probably get back to the Super Bowl. I mean,
you can't never count them out. You didn't hear anything big
Ravens
coming
and
out of their
Chiefs have a
camp
chance.
or anything like that. It ain't like they had some kind of massive shakeup or somebody acting like a jackass in the offseason.
The only teams I even
You
see
didn't hear
that have a
shit.
chance
They fly
to
below
knock
the
them off.
radar and you do the same thing every year. Piss people off that root for Baltimore and so
Everyone
on and so
else.
forth. Yeah.
Everyone else. And I feel like Baltimore and Kansas City are the only teams that even have a chance to knock them off in the playoffs.
Oh, I'd love to see us smoke them real good, but
They're the only teams that even have a shot, and I feel like it's probably not going to happen. But next up, we got 2 Monday night games. We got the first one is Houston at New Orleans.
that was a tough pick
Texans
right there.
and Saints. That's a pretty good
Couple
game,
decent
honestly.
defenses and a couple decent offenses. I mean, it's
Really decent offense.
fairly balanced. Well, yeah, I am being a little mild there.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I'm really excited for this game, honestly. Like,
Agreed.
I thought about this one for a while because I actually, even though the Texans made some dumb Madden-type trades in the past few days, I still like their team. I like the talent they have on their team. I like Deshaun Watson, but the Saints got robbed last year, and they're PO'd about it.
they are coming out with a vengeance.
Dude, the Saints are coming out spitting teeth, and I think the Saints are going to win this game.
They're coming out blasting like Yosemite Sam, and I do believe I'm going to have to select. Absolutely.
We got one last game. It's a 10 o'clock game on Monday night, and it's Denver at Oakland. It's my old boy Joe Flacco.
Yes, sir. We're definitely leaning on the Denver side where I'm sitting
Absolutely. I'm sitting with Denver in that game for sure. I will always have respect for Joe Flacco.
at. Absolutely.
He's
He's
an
done a
elite
lot
winner.
for us.
He's an elite winning quarterback, and I think he'll do a lot with the Broncos. I feel like he'll surprise some people this year. They have a good defense. I definitely say he wins week 1 against the
Absolutely.
Gruden Raiders. I don't trust John Gruden. I don't trust the Raiders, and
Yeah,
I like
there's
Derek
something
Carr.
hanky about that. Yeah,
Definitely
there's just something
hanky.
hanky about that whole
And
environment.
their ownership is stupid. I mean, Jack Del Rio was a good head coach, and he had him
Yeah.
playing pretty good football. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Agreed.
And
they
I don't-
just get a little too far off base sometimes for their own good.
I don't trust their direction, and they're leaving Oakland. This is their last home opener in Oakland before they go to Vegas, and they're going to lose it.
I would have to agree with you.
Yep.
No
Well-
doubt about it.
Mark, I really appreciate you coming on today.
Oh, man, I
You're
appreciate
awesome,
you
dude.
having me, as
Yeah.
always. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, and doing football predictions is awesome. We got to keep doing these throughout the season because it's fun talking about the games leading up. Especially the week 1 ones
Absolutely.
were really fun because we've been football stars for a long time.
Absolutely.
So I can't wait until these games happen. We're going to be kicking it on my couch watching the Ravens on Sunday. So
Sounds fantastic. Cannot wait.
I can't wait, dude. It's going to be a freaking blast. So thanks
Awesome.
again, dude. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
Go Ravens. Enjoy the football this
Ravens.
week. Thanks for watching the show. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, everyone.